I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Mother Sai. Respected elders, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, and SSE children, Om Shri Sai Ram. My name is Isa, and on behalf of the Sri Sathya Sai Baba Center of Toronto, York, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you, and thank you for joining us in celebrating a momentous occasion of our children's lives, their SSE graduation. Firstly, I would like to wish all the fathers and father figures who have joined us here today a very happy Father's Day. I think we can all agree that 2020 did not pan out as expected. It consisted of many incidences, including the Iranian aircraft tragedy, resulting in many lives lost, even those of our fellow Canadians, the unexpected loss of Kobe Bryant, who many of the young adults and children idolized, the displacement and loss of our Australian furry friends and forests, a global pandemic, and the ongoing humanitarian unrest in Yemen and racism in North America. It is at times like this where humanity is in need of leaders whose watch is submerged in love. For those of you who have been out of SSE for a while, our watch is our words, actions, thought, character, and heart. Our SSE graduates have spent an immense amount of time preparing to fulfill the purpose of the SSE program, which Swami in 1976 said was to restore righteousness or dharma in the world. I think it is safe to say that now more than ever, the young adults and SSE graduates have an even more arduous task ahead of us. Being a Group 4 guru, I have witnessed firsthand the immense maturity, dedication, and confidence the children have in practicing the values, standing up for what they believe in, and advocating for what is right. Needless to say, not only the Sai organization, but the world is in very good hands. Today, we celebrate the progression and growth of our SSE children, some who are ready to add more maturity and depth into their spiritual journey by graduating to the next class, and 9 others who have completed 12 years of learning and are ready to become messengers of Sai as they become young adults. Graduates, I would like to share with you what Swami has said, and I think you will find it very relevant given what is going on around us. Our life is like a block of ice, which is melting away every moment. Before it spends itself, devote it to the service of others. Education in human values is designed to prepare everyone for this life of dedicated service. Congratulations, graduates, on completing a milestone achievement. I hope you are all ready to be the beacon of light Swami expects of us. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our MCs, Sister Kanjana Brody and Sister Divya Shivanandan, who will be taking us through today's program. Om Shri Sai Ram.
We offer our most humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, aunties, uncles, brothers and sisters, Om Shri Sai Ram. As we are under unique circumstances, we'd like to welcome and thank you for taking the time to sign in and be a part of our online graduation ceremony. We hope you're keeping safe during these trying times.
This morning's program will begin with the recitation of the 108 names of our beloved Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. We kindly request all the graduates from Group 4 to sit with your parents in front of a picture of our beloved Mother Sai, or kindly take your seats around Swami's Padakas. As we chant Swami's 108 names, we are reminded of the avatar's divine qualities and incidents from his life. This purifies us by filling ourselves with auspicious thoughts. This is especially important for our graduating Group 4s, who will not only be graduating from the SSE program, but they will be graduating from high school as well. We are all praying for them as they take this next big step in transition into the next phase of their lives. Swami, please shower your blessings upon all the students present here today, especially the graduating students.
Shri Sai Sarvabhay Nivarine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Apastamba Sutraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Abhaya Pradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Ratnakara Vamshodbhavaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Shirdi Sai Veda Shakti Avataraya Namaha. Om
We will now acknowledge the SSE students who have achieved excellence in attendance and participation. We will begin by commemorating those who have shown exemplary attendance throughout the year. These are the students who have overcome obstacles, including a strong desire to sleep in on Sunday in order to make it to every SSE class. Not only physically, but virtually. These students still maintained a perfect attendance record while classes moved to an online platform. Please extend a congratulations and a round of applause for these students. The following student is recognized for attendance. From pre-SSE, Adirat Sai Satish. From Group 1A, Malavika Sukumaran. From Group 1B, Tejas Sai Muruganathan. From Group 2G, Vaishya Dharmakulasingham. From Group 2B, Rushil Murthy. From Group 3G, Anjali Mangiri Reddy Gadi. From Group 3B, Ishwara Sai Lotan. From Group 4G, Jaya Nukala. From Group 4B, Nanda Ramakrishnan. Congratulations to all the awardees.
Now we will move on to the participation awards. These students are being recognized for their leadership and contribution in class throughout the year. Not only have these students avidly participated in class discussions, they are role models who exemplify Swami's teachings. From pre-SSE, we have Monisha Dayakaran. From Group 1A, Arav Prasanna. From Group 1B, Sai Akshar Ananda Ravi. From Group 2 Girls, Netra Sundarajan. From Group 2 Boys, Kishan Kasodaran. From Group 3 Girls, Shreya Subramanian. From Group 4 Boys, Nayan Shyam. From Group 4 Girls, Visali Manimaran. From Group 4 Boys, Vijay Sai Patnaik.
Congratulations to all the awardees. Our beloved Bhagavan says, parents must feel that they are servants appointed by the Lord to tend the little souls that are born in their households, as the gardener tends the trees in the garden of the master. Hence, a partnership must be formed between the SSE children, the gurus, as well as the parents in order to make sure that a bright future is guaranteed for the children. Our next speaker is an SSE parent who will be sharing her experiences of raising and nurturing children in the SSE program. Sister Nita, alongside our missed brother Nilesh, has been blessed to have brought up two beautiful children. Both kids have been attending SSE since they were 2 years old. They migrated from England and have made a home for themselves at our center. Sister Nita has been a part of the Sri Sathya Sai organization since 1994. She would not call herself a devotee, but a daughter of Swami. We now invite Sister Nita Khatri.
My humble pranams to my beloved Bhagwan Sri Sathya Sai Baba and to everyone who is present today virtually. Jai Sai Ram. It is not a coincidence, but a coincidence that I was asked to speak about the SSE program on my daughter's graduation. As a parent, we all want the best for our children. However, we have no control on what our Divine Baba's plan is for each one of us. My children attending SSE classes was an event I truly believed Swami planned. My husband and I have never attended SSE in our childhood as we both were not born into a Sai family, but we did take part in other similar programs. We both were brought together for a reason by our divine Swami. After marriage, we had attended Education in Human Values course together prior to us having a family. We both loved the program and prayed to Baba that when he blessed us with his child, we would like the child to attend his school. In the UK, we went to the Sai Center religiously every single Sunday and were deeply involved in the center activities. Swami made it possible for both his children, Roshni and Krishiv, to attend Bal Vikas from the age of 2.5 years old. Back in England, we never had a permanent center with classrooms. We sat in the school hallways in small groups whilst bhajans took place only a couple meters away. When we immigrated to Canada, Swami ensured our transition to our new country was smooth enough and gave us the opportunity to come to York Center here and meet the amazing Sai family. We loved the structure of SSE program and the discipline of the center, feeling as if it was an extension of Puttaparthi. Both Roshni and Krishiv began SSE program and loved the program. They were given the chance to be a part of Swami's birthday play, which is the highlight of the year for most children at the center, as well as taking part in many other activities. They created strong friendships with their classmates at the center, and the program was truly instilling the 5 human values in their lives. Both Roshni and Krishiv have shown great courage and strength through the past 3 years as they were able to be grounded and not stray on the wrong path when they were faced with an adversity in their lives at a very young age. They both have been able to question the unknown and discriminate by not following blindly. Swami, our children's gurus, and the entire Sai family showered a lot of love and helped them to see the importance of their new life without their physical father, Nilesh. I'm very grateful to my Baba and each one of you to be part of our lives and to be there to hold our hands in the trying time we went through. I know their father is with Baba. I know Nilesh is super proud of both his angels, especially for Roshni today, as she is graduating from our Divine Bhagwan's SSE program. Baba has a plan for each one of us, as we are just puppets in his puppet show. We all have a part to play in his divine show. I would like to thank all the gurus for their time they have invested in shaping our children and their lives. It is not an easy task, especially in the current situation of the virtual classes taking place. You all are hand-picked by our Bhagwan to nurture our children. Lastly, my dearest loving Baba, I would have not been able to raise your 2 children without you being beside me, chiding me, guiding me in every step of the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Baba. I love you. I bow down to my dearest Baba and seek his blessings and grace to be showered onto each one of you today. Congratulations to the class of 2020. May God bless you, and may Baba bless you, in all your dearest endeavors, and we love you. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, Sister Nita, for sharing your heartwarming experiences with us all. It was beautiful to hear how Swami brought you and Brother Nilesh together to create a family that centers around Swami. Your family was definitely a welcomed addition to our center, and Roshni and Krishav are bright angels in our SSE program. Your faith in Swami was truly felt and inspired us all. We will now recognize those students who have completed the requirements for their level and will move to the next group. We will begin with the pre-SSE students moving to group 1. Pre-SSE is for children from the age of 4 and 5 years old. Pre-SSE children learn about the 5 human values through games and activities, and they also learn simple prayers. Congratulations to the following graduates of the pre-SSE class. Amrita Devanasan, Hamsika Chalasani, Meher Lalchandani, Monisha Dayakaran. Please give them a round of applause.
The Group 1 level is for students age 6 to 8. The students in this group enjoy doing activities and interacting with each other. This group is divided into 2 levels, Group 1A and 1B. We will now celebrate the children graduating from Group 1A to 1B. Advat Iyer, Kabilan Nandanes Besan, Mahati Sai Harihar, Malvika Anand Sukumar, Mokshat Gumadi, Sakshi Priya Kandoy, and Reena Verma. At this time, we will be recognizing the students moving from Group 1 to Group 2 boys. Ajish Arisaratnam, Arjun Saini, Ashrit Srinivas Sriram Nirmala, Shaishan Dharmendra, Tejas Sai Muruganathan, Vaikan Winson, Yuvan Tarmasiri, and Nago Pranav Sandalnathan. Now we will be recognizing the students moving from Group 1 to Group 2 girls. Rima Dindigal and Shruti Ranjan.
Group 2 is for students between the ages of 9 to 11. Children in this age group like to explore and experience. The gurus give assignments where the students are expected to research, learn, and share their knowledge. The Group 2 girls moving to Group 3 girls are Aishwarya Chalasani, Bhairavi Kalataran, Jashwini Mayuran, Netra Sundarajan, Sai Amrita Davda, Sai Abeda Satyanathan, Subarna V. Karupaya, Suhana Khatri, and Vaishya Dharmakulasingam. The Group 2 boys moving to Group 3 boys are Harish Raj Babu Durayappa, Kishan Kasodaran, Rushil Murthy, Sai Ramana Satyanathan. In Group 3, students are between the ages of 12 and 14. and they enjoy learning how to apply Swami's teachings around the 5 human values to their everyday lives. They work hand in hand with their gurus to develop a deeper faith in the Lord. The Group 3 girls moving to Group 4 girls are Anjali Mangireddy Gari, Nitila Shyam, Shruti Mayuran, Vaishnavi Sai Gayathri Maharaj, and Vilina Rugani. The following students are moving from the Group 3 boys to the Group 4 boys are Aditya Talreja, Anoj Jayantan, Manan Saini, Nayan Shian, Om Marathi, Vishwasri Dharmakulasingham. Group 4 is the age between 15 to 17. They graduate from the SSE program at age 17 to blossom into Sai young adults, culminating all of the learning from the SSE program. They take leadership roles within and outside of the center. The students graduating from SSE this year are Keshini Kuhendran, Roshni Khatri, Sahana Chandakumar, Saira Udayakumar, Saintini Babu Turayappa, Sindhuja Biswanath, Srividya Madanaraj, Karthi Vaidyanathan, Sai Sudesh Vora.
We would now like to welcome the SSE alumni speaker. Jayesh and his family have been active members of the center since the early 90s. Both his brothers and Jayesh have been through the SSE program and are now active members of the young adults group. At the center, Jayesh has been heavily involved in the bhajan group since his early days in SSE. He is well versed in playing the harmonium, tabla, coordinating bhajans, operating the sound system, and much more. After graduating from SSE, Jayesh has been involved in the planning of bhajans and special programs for many years now. In his professional life, he graduated from Ryerson University with a Bachelor of Commerce and has worked various roles in marketing for over 6 years. Outside of his professional and personal commitments, you will typically find Jayesh engrossed in listening to or recording some music in his spare time.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of my parents and our dearest Lord and forever best friend, Sai. Congratulations to all the graduates of SSE, whether you started in pre-SSE or even recently. You are a graduate of a program that will truly change your life. As mentioned by Sister Divya, I feel extremely blessed to have gone through the SSE program. Each experience in my life, whether success or adversity, has been made easier thanks to the lessons learned during my time. A famous hockey player once said, "You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take." So in essence, if you don't even make 1% of effort, you'll never experience what effort could bring you. Now, why is this relevant? Because I want to speak very briefly on 3 topics: effort, dedication, and faith. And with each of those, I'll make a promise. So if you complete your homework assigned on a weekly basis, what happens? You'll find school a lot easier. If you study for an exam, you'll get better marks. Now, if you practice and reflect on the lessons you learn in your weekly SSC classes, you'll find that everyday life gets a lot easier to navigate. It all takes effort. The center is such a great platform for exercising your spiritual growth during your adolescent, teen, and young adult lives. Be it through seva, bhajans, cleaning, there's an opportunity for you to serve humanity in any way that suits you. SSC has taught me the value of putting in effort, and I continue to apply that today. With Swami's blessings, I was extremely inspired through music growing up. Bhajans and music have been the cornerstone of my attraction to Swami. For some, music and the arts come naturally, but for others, it takes years of effort and time to refine their skill. Fortunately, I fell somewhere in the middle. Swami gave me the talent to play an instrument or sing, but the rest of the effort was put in by me. If you've been turning into the center's daily stream, you may have heard some older recordings. I was sent a video clip recently of me singing at a bhajan Sunday in the late 90s. Hearing myself then and hearing myself now, it dawned on me that had I not put in the time and effort in learning what I have so far, I wouldn't have made it where I am today and had the opportunities to plan bhajans and music programs at the Sai Center. Swami always says, take one step towards me and I will take 10 to you. We can't expect Swami to walk with us or towards us if we're not willing to take even one step towards him. We need to take initiative and put in the effort. I promise you, the rest will come with his blessings. Everyone is familiar with Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. On a podcast I've been tuning into recently, they talked about the power of our own reactions to everyday life. Think about how many times the traffic light turned yellow when you were running late, or being told no by a manager, parent, teacher, or friend. Your reaction might be negative, and in return, yielding a negative state of mind. The podcast shared a very, very profound thought. We're all human with a mind, or as Swami says, a monkey mind. We will inevitably have a reaction that is 99% of the time out of our control. But what we do have control over is our reaction to our reaction. Since SSE, I've made a conscious effort to maintain control of my reactions to my reactions. I challenge you to try this. You'll find that with every day, you'll be at an ease state of mind, being in more control of your monkey mind. Swami once said, you cannot always oblige, but you can speak obligingly. There was a Sai alumni who had the blessed opportunity to have been one of Swami's personal caretakers. With this came 24 hours a day, 7 days a week guidance from Swami on how to live, the ultimate SSE class, if you will. During a visit to our center, he shared his experience on how Swami's teachings have made him an identifiably different person, even in a work setting. He shared how in a stressful environment at work, he was one to be found calm and collected. A colleague had asked him how he keeps his cool so easily. All things kept equal. The only difference between him and his colleagues was his upbringing, the influence of Sathya Sai teachings. I experienced this firsthand in my corporate job. Through many stressful, sometimes even confrontational situations, I managed to keep my cool in meetings, respond to emails respectfully, and then continue on with my day. After a few months, my manager started introducing me to other departments as Jay, literally the nicest guy on our team. I didn't give enough credit to my upbringing in SSE, but as my boundaries kept getting tested, it's the lessons that I learned in this program that truly paved a smooth path for me. Throughout SSE, we are taught many, many valuable lessons. If we just take one moment to pause and reconsider our next thought, word, and deed with these lessons in mind, I promise you we'll all become easily identifiable as the ideal son, daughter, employee, and citizen. But with effort comes dedication. When you begin working on a task, you do so with an objective in mind. But if you lose motivation along the way, the task remains unfinished. So how do you remain dedicated? Keep your goal in mind. Oftentimes, if you remember why you started something in the first place, you'll stay motivated. Stay dedicated to continuously put in effort, stay dedicated to learning, and stay dedicated to your passions. During these unprecedented times of lockdown, we know devotees miss gathering at the Center for Bhajans. Thanks to the dedication of our brother Sanjay Sankat and the AV team, we can continue to experience the bliss of bhajans with Swami's beautiful videos, not only weekly, but daily as well. It's been over 100 days since the province has been under lockdown, but the daily streams haven't stopped. What was the original objective of the daily stream? To continue to help devotees connect with Swami through bhajans, weekly, no matter the circumstances. Despite the busy lives we continue to live in quarantine, Sanjay has shown unwavering dedication to this project, and I'd like to personally thank him for this wonderful seva. The beauty of staying dedicated is twofold. In a setting like our center, your continued dedication results in direct happiness and spiritual benefit of all the members of the center. In a workplace, your dedication results in a happy team, appeased manager, and overall stronger performance of your company. But I did say the dedication, or the benefit of dedication, is twofold. The other side of it is personal happiness. When you stay dedicated to something and you see through to the end, the inner bliss you feel is unfathomable. Dedication has been exemplified through the yugas in the form of duty. Think about Hanuman's dedication to his Lord Rama and how blissful he was just by being dedicated. Think about Mirabai's dedication to becoming one with her Lord Krishna. When she finally did, her bliss was unmeasured. In today's day and age, we must remain dedicated to practicing the teachings of our parents, our SSC gurus, our school teachers, and Swami. I promise you once again, stay dedicated and you will continue to experience a bliss like any other. Now, finally, faith, and the most important. As an SSC student, there were many instances that challenged my faith, be it an unfavorable test result, university acceptance, or a flat tire on a day that I was already running late. But if you keep your faith strong, I promise you, you will yield answered prayers every time. Or in modern times, #positive vibes. We all hear the saying, put positive vibes into the universe and the universe will grant you back what you're looking for. If you find some time, I highly encourage you to watch a documentary entitled The Secret. Our SSC class watched it years ago, and it changed my perception on the idea of faith completely. I've been part of the center ever since I could remember, but being born in the Western world brings us challenges with comprehending that a godly figure exists that understands all of our prayers. Growing up, I heard so many Sai alumni sharing experiences of Swami answering all of their prayers. In one instance, an alumni wrote a one-liner letter regarding his health concerns to Swami, and it was answered the very next day. He made a full recovery with Swami's blessings. So fast forwarding a little bit, I attended the 2007 World Youth Conference in Aarti. During this conference, an international bhajan group was formed to sing bhajans for Swami morning and evening throughout the conference, in addition to a music program. With a few brothers, we decided to join this group as we craved the opportunity to sit close to Swami. In the group, there were lead singers, a tabla player, many talented singers, instrumentalists, guitar player, side percussion, you name it, but no dholak. There were many talented singers and instrumentalists there, but my brothers and I were happy with just being in the chorus. I felt like I was a bit more greedy, but I wanted a bit more. That evening, one of the brothers suggested that we write letters to Swami. I thought I would use this opportunity to test Swami to confirm or debunk my faith in this letter answering ability. I must add, this letter was written and with the purest of prayerful feelings without any malicious intent of only testing Swami. So I wrote, Swami, you've blessed me to sing and play instruments in bhajans, and you've brought me this far as part of the bhajan group. Please allow me at least one opportunity to offer this back to you. With sincere love, your son. One line. The next morning, we were in darshan roughly 8 rows back. Swami came for darshan, stopped directly ahead of our section, and instructed students to collect letters from however many devotees can pass their letters forward. We quickly passed our letters forward, trying our best not to lose our gaze on Swami. Darshan and bhajans ended. We went to the canteen, had breakfast, then directly to music practice. That was the day that we began practicing qawwalis for the music program. Lo and behold, a dholak was brought to the practice, but without someone to play it. The group leaders had asked if anyone could play, but knowing that there were so many talented brothers in attendance, I hesitated to volunteer. One of my brothers quickly reached for my hand and raised it and said, Jay, he plays dholak. We began practice of the qawwali with the dholak in my lap, and it was truly a dream come true. It wasn't until that evening when we sat in darshan that it dawned on me, it was just 24 hours earlier that I wrote a sincere prayer in a letter to Swami, and 18 hours later, it was answered. I share this because since then, I've continued to have even stronger faith in our Lord's promise of being with us no matter the circumstances. I've continued to have faith in the concept of the secret, putting positive vibes in the universe and receiving positivity back. I make you yet another and final promise. Have unwavering faith in whomever you believe in and pray to, and I guarantee you, you will yield blessings and love indefinitely. Have faith in the teachings of your SSC gurus that have shared been over the years. And I promise you, your life will become easier to live each and every day. Have faith in the brotherhood and sisterhood of your SSC classes, and these will become some of the best friends you will ever have in your life. And finally, have faith in yourself to always succeed. Reflect on your lessons learned in SSC. Put in the effort. Stay dedicated. Have faith. And have no doubt that Swami will always be by your side through every step of your life. Om Shri Sai Ram and congratulations.
Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. It was great to hear how the SSE program has positively impacted your life. Now, Auntie Sathya, Guru for Group 2 boys, will speak to us about the significance of the candle and the rose that are being given to the graduates. Auntie Sathya has been a part of Swami's fold since the tender age of 3. She grew up in Chennai and has been a part of our center for over 10 years now. She will also be talking about what it means to be a true graduate of the SSC program and how the lessons learned in the SSC program will help these students through the series of big steps that are to come.
Pranams at the lotus feet of my beloved Bhagavan, Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, gurus, parents and children. Om Sri Sai Ram. On this extremely important and significant day, let me congratulate all our graduates on the completion of this major milestone in their Sai Spiritual Education. We have two categories of graduates here today. The first one being true graduates. These are students who joined the SSE program at the tender age of 6 and have completed 12 years of Sai Spiritual Education, which is a full term. The second category is the Participation Award. This is given to children who have joined the program after the age of 6 and have not been in the SSE program for the full 12 years. Now, each of these graduates will be receiving a rose and a candle. Let me elaborate on the significance of each. The rose signifies fragrance and beauty of love that these graduates will spread and share with those they come into contact with. The candle signifies the light and beauty in the character that is shine and spread Bhagavan's message. On behalf of everyone present here, let me wish all these children the very best in life and our heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. Swami's test, humility and character are the hallmark of education. Now that you have completed your Sai Spiritual Education, may your humility and character shine bright always. Om Sri Sai Ram.
Thank you, Auntie Sathya, for explaining to us the symbolism of the candle and the rose. At this point, the parents will be presenting the certificate, rose, and candle to the graduates. The following graduates will be receiving their certificates from the Group 4 girls class. Saintini Babu Durayappa. Beautiful. Next, Sindhuja Bisunath. Lovely. Next, we have Sahana Chandrakumar. Very nice. Next, we have Roshni Khatri. Beautiful. Next, we have Kesini Kuhendran. Lovely. Next, we have Srividya Madanaraj. Very nice. And finally, Saira Udayakumar. Very nice. And graduating from the Group 4 boys, we have Karthi Vaidyanathan, very nice. And finally, Sai Sudesh Vura. Very nice. Congratulations to our 2020 graduates of the SSE program. We will now watch a fun video created by the graduating class. What a beautiful video. Thank you, graduates, for sharing the wonderful, inspiring messages of what you learned throughout the SSE program. And who better to speak about the graduates than the gurus themselves? We will now like to welcome Sister Kamala, Guru for the Group 4 girls, to speak about the graduating class of 2020.
I offer my most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our Divine Mother Sai. Dearest graduates, respected elders, brothers and sisters, Om Shri Sai Ram. In these uncertain times of constant change, what I can say for certain, that which has been unchanging is the spirit, the enthusiasm, and zest for learning displayed by all our Group 4s. They have shown us through the past year how they are willing to educate themselves, rise up to the occasion, and earnestly learn how to practice Swami's message in their daily lives. As is the case usually, we started this year with some memorable characters brought to life during Swami's birthday play offering. We as gurus have been truly moved by the efforts and the extent that the students went to be authentic to the story. The research for character development, the nuanced way in which each character was portrayed, the audience's response was a true testament to their sincerity in the offering to Swami. Of course, it's needless to say, each of them were given a unique experience to bond with their Swami, which would have made the journey unforgettable for each of them. And this wouldn't have been possible without their dedication to offer the best to Swami. To close off the year, we had a Christmas celebration completely planned by the Group 4s. We were truly awed at the meticulous planning to the extent that none of the gurus had any work to do that morning. We have been so proud of the leadership qualities displayed by all our children. It is one thing to have an opportunity, but to truly use it to grow is only in each individual's attitude. And we were able to see their keenness to grow from everything that came their way. As we went forward in the year, we were privileged to spend Sunday mornings with our children, discussing topics ranging from discrimination, social media, and good company, among many others. We, as gurus, would come to class prepared with a message for them, but instead we were heartened to learn, as we got to know each one of them, as they shared their thoughts on each of these topics that these ideals have already blossomed in their hearts. Their natural empathy for all that is around them, their readiness to want to do good in the world, and their inquisitive nature was already a well fertilized space through which we were able to witness them further hone the values of love, truth, peace, and righteousness. Through this year, although we held the titles of gurus, they have indeed taught us far more about facing the world with optimism, willingness to change it through their goodness, and walking the path of values laid down by Swami. We have truly been honored to share this space with them and witness their growth into these beautiful young adults. Once again, dear students and graduates, it has been an honor to have been a part of your journey. We are extremely certain, with your open minds, love in your hearts, and Swami's name on your lips, you are our hope. You are our future leaders. You are bound for greatness. Congratulations once again. We will now take a short trip down memory lane to see some of the moments of their journey that have been captured through a short video. Jai Sai Ram.
Now for a very exciting moment. Please welcome Sister Nurusha to announce this year's valedictorian.
Om Sri Saram. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Without you, we will not be who we are today. Thank you to all the fathers out there for making us strong and resilient. Om Sri Saram, dear graduates. The class of 2020 is a special group. This year's graduates are an inspiring group of students who are resilient, dedicated, and kind. Graduating is a huge achievement under any circumstances, and this year's class is living in history. Just in the last 6 weeks, they have survived a global pandemic. The graduating class of 2020 will go down into history. The Group 4 Gurus are extremely proud of our graduates and are honored to celebrate your accomplishments today. As we introduce this year's valedictorian, we truly feel that this individual not only engaged themselves on the path of Swami's values and teachings, but she was a leader amongst her peers. The class of 2020's valedictorian is motivated, curious, and committed to helping ensure the world around her is a better place. She does this through taking ownership to the path through gratitude and humanity and treating everyone with respect. The class of 2020's valedictorian has developed qualities unique to the SSE program. She, like her peers, have all developed the love for God. This year's valedictorian has also been able to share her challenges honestly with her peers while navigating the realities being a teenager with grace, poise, and grit. She made an effort to build relationships with mentors, always asking questions to ensure the decision she is making is aligned with what she has learned over the course of the SSC's program. Please help us congratulate the valedictorian for class of 2020, Sri Vidya Madanaraj. Let us all give her a virtual applause. And on behalf of all the Group 4 Gurus and girls, we would like to congratulate you on your accomplishments. We love you. Thank you for an amazing year.
I offer my humble pranams to the lotus feet of our dear Mother Sai. Respected gurus, elders, uncles, aunties, brothers and sisters, Om Shri Saram. It is a great honor to have received this award. This award is definitely one of my greatest achievements because I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to represent the class. I also want to thank all my Group 4 gurus for always being there for me, letting me talk to them openly about anything, and guiding me towards the right path. My journey at the center has truly been inspiring and life-changing. Everything that I have learned at the center has shaped me into the person I am today. I remember being signed up by Malavi Auntie for another class that I had to force myself to go to. I had to force my young self to go to, and let's just say I was not the happiest about waking up at 8 a.m. every Sunday morning. My SSE journey started off in Group 2 with Sister Kanchana and Auntie Kanchan. I was definitely the class clown of the class, and let's just say the word discipline was not really a part of my vocabulary. I also started bhajan practice with Auntie Asha, and I think she literally scared me into loving bhajans. To this day, I can still hear her saying, "Vidya, why aren't you singing? I know where you live, remember that?" In Group 3, I found myself liking SSE more because of the play. During Swami's 90th birthday play, I was casted in the role of Gopal, an Indian tour guide. And all of a sudden, no one was calling me Sri Vidya anymore. All I heard was, "Hello, Gopal," in the halls. This was also the year I found my friends at the center, the ones I consider family today. Once I entered group 4, I found myself calling the center home, and I loved coming here. But, of course, no aspect in life comes without its obstacles. I'd say the last 2 years of SSE were the most confusing years of my life. I went down a path of doubt and questioned everything possible. The discussions that we had in class were eye-opening for me, and I realized how much there was still to learn. However, with the help of my gurus and my friends at the center, I was able to form the right morals based on Swami's teachings. Through activities like Christmas caroling at the Carefree Lodge and sandwich drives for the homeless downtown, I was able to acknowledge my privileges, and it opened my eyes to the inequalities of the world and made me want to do as much as I can for those in need. I am so grateful for being a part of this community at the center and having all of you to learn from. SSE allowed me to see the similarities between Swami's teachings and my parents' approach on the importance of character development. Growing up, I always saw my mom embodying Swami's teachings, leading by example and living without expectations, and I hope that I too will be able to do that. I genuinely do believe that Swami puts you through every situation for a reason, for you to grow and learn. I am so grateful for everything the universe has sent my way, good or bad, and having the opportunity to even be here and talk about how thankful I am for everything. Something that summarizes my takeaway from SSE is a quote from the Bhagavad Gita. "Edu nadakarado, adu nandrahave nadakiradu." This translates to whatever is happening well indeed. And this is something that I want to apply to my daily life. What this means to me is being able to take everything that comes your way as a blessing in the form of an opportunity to grow. I'm very sad that this is the end of my SSE journey, but I am excited for the next chapter that Swami has waiting for me. Thank you all, and Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dear Lord Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, children, and guests, Om Shri Sai Ram. My name is Ram Jagadishwaran, and I was given the honor to say a few words today on behalf of the late Muffet Patel. Uncle Muffet was such a loving, kind, and caring person. I consider him as one of the main pillars for the Sri Sathya Sai Baba Center of Toronto, York. For many of you who do not know Uncle Muffet personally, it would be a great injustice if I do not share a small story of the impact he had on our family. When my parents arrived to Canada in 1986, they had first stayed in Montreal, Quebec, where my father would attend bhajans at the Montreal Sathya Sai Center. Due to personal circumstances, my parents moved to Toronto. Having no family or friends to contact, my parents were advised from the president of the Montreal Sathya Sai Center, Miriam, that they will meet a person named Muffet Patel at the bus terminal who will be waiting to pick them up. Once my parents had arrived with my sister, Uncle Muffet was there as informed to help and welcome them. He had paid for my family to stay in a motel temporarily to make sure they were all settled in. As times were much tougher for newcomers to secure residency in those years, Uncle Muffet also helped our family in becoming a guarantor to secure an apartment. Following my birth in 1987, our family started to come to the center. My parents would always tell me when they first came to the center, they would sit in the back and observe the service. It was Uncle Muffet that gave them the opportunity to become more involved. My father playing a great part with our Seva team, and my mother playing a great part with our altar team. This also led to opportunities of growth for both myself and my sister becoming involved through the SSE program within the center. When I look back to think about the life lessons that were instilled to me from him, these are a few points that stand out. Always challenge yourself. Are you doing your absolute best? Is there more you can do? Teamwork is dream work. Building everlasting relationships. When you are able to work with others, any task that is difficult is no longer becoming one. Be a leader, not a follower. We are all students of Sai. Exemplify these skills you have prepared to take on challenges and to lead. Love all and serve all. We must learn to love. Love everyone, including those that do not show us the same love back. Serve all in the same manner we serve the Lord. And most importantly, seek nothing in return. As an alumni, I want to congratulate you all. This is the start of your new journey of self-realization and to put into practice the learnings and teachings you have all completed through the SSE program. In this new stage of your journey that will begin, there will come times where you will be tested, challenged, and you will realize with Sai in our heart, you have nothing to fear. By completing this program, you have all become great leaders. The story I told you about my family is to help you understand that sometimes in life, we will come across people, opportunities to help others. This help can soon lead to greater events that are life-changing for others. At this point, I will now pass it on to one of our SSE gurus, Dhanushan Sivanathan, who will introduce the recipient of the Muffet Patel Award. Thank you, and Sai Ram.
Thank you, Brother Ram. My humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dear Swami. It gives me great honor to present the Muffet Patel Cup to this year's recipient. Hearing about Uncle Muffet, it becomes quite clear why there is an annual award held in his name. It seems he possessed qualities that many spend lifetimes accumulating. So it becomes clear that the recipient of such an award holds true to those qualities as well. Qualities like refinement, resilience, awareness, introspection, discipline, and above all else, kindness. I'm privileged to say that this year's recipient does hold true to these qualities, and I can attest to that being the case. Although I've had the honor of meeting and interacting regularly with the family members of this year's recipient, I can't say I've known him his entire life the way many of you have. I had the honor to meet the student when I joined the Group 4 Guru team in September of 2019. I clearly remember his previous guru telling me, if you need anything, go to him. You can always count on him. And so the events were set in motion for me to observe and be inspired by a student who proved himself a role model among his Sai brothers, a senior student in our boys class who regularly contributed to our class subject matter with his engaging insights, thought-provoking comments, and simple nature. You know, it's not enough to excel on your own. The mark of greatness thrives and flourishes in those who allow others to use them as a means of achieving greater and greater heights. And ultimately, that boils down to the nature of giving, the nature of true selfless service. While speaking to some elders who know this student quite well, they recollected beautiful memories about him, stating, before this boy had learned to speak, he would go with his dad for service activities, when all other children had other priorities on their mind. This lovely young boy utilized the opportunity to learn the importance of service. He went with his parents and learned to serve others. He would always attend Seva activities with his parents, especially with his father, and he would spend his time in a way that many young boys his age would not have. This differentiated him from every other child and launched him on the trajectory of being a cut above the rest. I was also told our recipient literally grew up at the center, and I happened to hear a very sweet story from Ushanti about his time in bhajan practice as a young boy. It seems that when he was a youngster, both Ushanti and Sumanti had taught him the bhajan, Ishwarama had a baby, yes, Lord. And he would just keep on singing that same line, apparently over and over again. And they'd coax him to continue on. Okay, what's the next line? But he would keep on singing that same line. Ishwarama had a baby, yes, Lord. Just like that. That line over and over and over again. I'd like to quickly discuss the nature of our weekly classes. We spend a good amount of time in our class discussing the importance of leading a duty-centric life and what that means. The idea that one should always focus on the concept of mama dharma, constantly asking yourself, what is my dharma? What is my duty? What is my role? All this is a means of refining our nature, refining the intellect to live a more fulfilling and happy life. I can confidently say that this year's recipient has proved true to surpassing all expectations in earning the love of his parents, the love of his sisters, his gurus, his classmates, and all those that have had the pleasure of knowing him. It gives me great honor to introduce this year's Muffet Patel Cup winner and recipient. I pray Swami blesses you always. Please join me in congratulating our dearest brother, Sudhish Vora.
I offer my humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of Mother Sai, respected elders, gurus, brothers and sisters, Om Shri Sai Ram. Thank you, Brother Dan, for the kind words. I'm extremely humbled to be here today. I've never gotten the opportunity to meet Uncle Muffet myself, but over the past 14 years, I've heard many stories about the type of person he was. Uncle was always the most sincere, kind, and loving person in the room, and placed the utmost importance on loving and serving others. I hope one day I am able to exemplify Swami's teachings like Uncle did. Lucky for me, I grew up in the best possible environment, so I have tons of amazing role models to learn from. I was fortunate enough to be part of our center for my entire life. Just 3 days before I was born, my family was at the center enjoying Swami's beautiful birthday bhajans. From crawling underneath the stage with Arjun and Omkar, to Christmas carols at Norwood Nursing Home, to helping my mom pack up leftover food, to helping my dad stack all the chairs in the rec room, I've come a long way. Over the years, I was blessed with so many opportunities to listen, learn, and grow. I've certainly had lots of time between my mom and dad's 1-hour meetings. This was all due to my wonderful parents. By making the center such a significant part of our lives, I truly understood the meaning and importance of helping and serving whenever possible. At home, in the center, and everywhere else, my parents always led by example. They truly simplified Swami's teachings and really focused on one main thing: love all, serve all. To my mom and my dad, my first gurus, thank you for not only providing me with the opportunities to grow, but for your unconditional love and support. One day, I hope to live up to the example you both have set for me. However, everything I am today, I owe it to you. Apart from my parents, I'm really lucky to have an older sister who supports me no matter what, and is an excellent role model for me in and outside of the center. Thank you, Akka, so much for always being there for me and always showing me what's right and wrong, even though I don't always listen. Apart from my family, I'm very blessed to have the guidance and support from my SSE gurus. Thank you to all my gurus from pre-SSE to Group 4, but especially thank you to Brother Myron, Brother Dan, and Uncle Sriram, who have truly helped me apply Swami's teachings to my everyday life. Their outlook helped me understand the importance of discriminating between right and wrong, and that the world isn't so black and white. I'm very grateful to have learned from them and will always cherish these lessons, but also apply them as I take on life after SSE. I must also thank the many, many aunties and uncles who have each helped me grow and encouraged me along the way. I was so lucky to be surrounded with countless examples of love, service, and dedication. By seeing all the Seva uncles, the kitchen aunties, the devoted bhajan singers, and the enthusiastic youth, I've really gotten an opportunity to see Swami's teachings in action. Last, but of course not least, I would like to thank Swami for being my guru, my guide, my friend. Without you, Swami, I would not be able to be in this loving community, and I wouldn't have become the person I am today. Thank you, Swami, for giving me constant guidance, encouragement, and examples of love and service in action. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve within the center and to serve in the community. Thank you, Swami. Thank you for everything. Although I couldn't do this at the center, I'm very glad that I'm still able to express my love and gratitude to all of you. I am one of the lucky ones. I have such a loving group of people in my life, and I'm really looking forward to continuing my journey with all of you and our dear Swami. Thank you, and Om Shri Sai Ram.
Thank you, Sai Sudesh, for sharing all of your beautiful memories at our center and for showing us how to personify love and service in action. We now invite Uncle Sri Ram, Group 4 Boys Guru, to give our vote of thanks.
My humble pranams to the lotus feet of our dear Lord Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers, sisters, and all young adults, Jai Sai Ram. Swami aptly emphasizes that the culmination of education is a good character. Our endeavors as Group 4 Gurus has always been to enable a thought process of inquiry and facilitate discrimination among students. Our focus was to develop the personality traits that will make them responsible members of the society and make them socially aware. Swami's teachings and values are a definite roadmap to a very blissful and holistic life where there is implicit trust and faith. However, constant trust and faith can only be established through sadhana, which only comes with persistent practice. We made sincere efforts to establish implicit trust and faith by providing real scientific research-based examples to the Group 4 students. For example, we discussed the benefits of early rising and why Swami emphasizes the Brahma Muhurta for students to study. Additionally, we have emphasized to the students about the importance of gratitude in daily life. To showcase this, we have implemented a daily gratitude sadhana where the students were partnered up and had to share 5 things they are grateful for in their life. The activity implanted the value of gratitude and thankfulness. The goal of imbibed spiritual knowledge is to tackle and solve the problems on hand, but not to look away. Let it be in one's personal or professional life. We as Group 4 Gurus wish the graduating students all the best in whatever field they choose to excel in, and would like to emphasize that we are there to support them in whichever way possible. May Swami be the guiding light and the intellectual and emotional force behind in your journey of life. As we move closer to the end of today's ceremony, we would like to recognize those who have made this year's graduation a stupendous success. First, a heartfelt gratitude to Swami for all his love and guidance. We would like to especially thank all the parents for presenting the awards to their children on the behalf of the Gurus and for their continuous support in the child's journey. Another big thank you to the technology and the media team, Brother Manish Rugani and Sanjay Sankat, for looking after the technological aspects of today's sermon. We would like to acknowledge our wonderful MCs, Sister Kanjana Brody and Devya Sivanathan. Thank you to all our speakers today, Sister Neeta, Sister Satya, Brother Ram, and Brother Jayesh for sharing your experiences and thoughts. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Akhil Mathur, Pranavi Bandaru, Sister Sailata Patnaik, Sister Neela Mistry, Sister Daniela Kimedi, as well as Brother Sudhakar Vura and Brother Amal Lad for their contributions and constant support in delivering an outstanding graduation ceremony for our students. Last but not the least, our sincere gratitude to the education wing for all this support, and a special shout out to all the gurus and the admins. To conclude, I would like to wish everyone a happy Father's Day. Thank you to everyone for your continuous hard work, and I hope you all stay safe and have an enjoyable summer. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you so much, Uncle Shriyam, for your words. We now welcome Uncle Dayal to address the children and gurus.
I offer my pranam at the lotus feet of my parents to seek their blessing, and also bow down to the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan to seek his regular guidance, blessing, and love. Om Shri Sai Ram to each and everyone present this morning. Dearest SSE graduate students, on your graduation, on behalf of Trust, I offer you our heartiest congratulations for your dedication to the program and hard work you all have put in. Every child must be blessed with Bal Vikas. What are we expecting out of Bal Vikas? Bal Vikas means blossoming of child and is aimed to foster character development and spiritual transformation. Let your life speak of the religion you follow. So let be a life of simplicity and sympathy, of humility and love, of service and self-sacrifice. God is truth and God is love. In your dealings with others, bear witness to truth and never forget that the truth of truth is love. Give the service of love to all. Love the world and you become worldly. The mind can hold only one thought at a time. Let it be a God thought and you will grow God-like. The richest gift is the gift of loving heart. Offer that to him. Remember, whatever you send out of your mind comes back to you. When pain comes to try the patience of the soul, lift up thy eyes to see the Christ on his cross. Let me plan nothing, so I'm not anxious for tomorrow. Each moment is in his hands, and he knows best. Both rain and shines are needed to make a rainbow. Both joy and sorrow are needed to make a life truly beautiful and colorful. As Swami has said, our parents have given us this body, have cared for us by giving us food and also given us the ideals with which we have to lead our lives. Hence, we must consider showing our gratitude to them as our first and foremost duty. If you are unable to give satisfaction to your parents who have given you this life, how will you be able to do good to the country? How you will be able to transform the society? How will you be able to look after the security of the country? You can think of yourself. When we are not in a position to make our parents who lives in the same house happy, how can we spread happiness across the country and the world? Remember, you are Swami's ambassador and you have to carry his torch of love to spread love wherever you go. Let me end my message by sharing your 2020, by sharing year 2020 has started with a lot of challenges. These challenges have taught us great things and to remain united, caring, and loving all the time. This time also will pass, but to remain safe and healthy, we all must follow rules of the land we stay. Please keep safe distance, wear mask and gloves wherever you need to go out, and be helping hand to needy. We need to appreciate all frontline workers in every field. They are protecting us and keeping us safe by risking their own lives. May God bless you all. Coming to Gurus, dear Gurus, I have love and great respect for your dedication to Swami's mission and selfless services to the community at large, as well as to these Bal Vikas students. Therefore, no way I am capable enough to give you my advice. I will share Swami's words for you. Swami says, when you teach the children, you must remember that you are engaged in a noble task for the sake of the children entrusted to your care. You must feel that you are educating yourself when you are educating the children. For instance, when you impact some knowledge to the children, your own understanding of the subject improves. Even when you study books for teaching the children, you also derive joy from the study. Hence, you must always have the feeling that whatever you do for others is in reality a service done to the divine that resides in everyone. When gurus do their duty in the spirit, they will be embracing the children with the spirits of universal love. Remember that the children have tender hearts and innocent minds. Only if you fill their hearts with love will the world have genuine peace. Swami continues, we should have the faith and understand that gurus are like the guiding light for the country. If one student takes to the wrong path, he or she alone would have taken the wrong path. But if the guru takes this wrong path, hundreds and thousands of young people will take the wrong path. Gurus should stand as a guidepost. She should have an unwavering mind in settling an example of an ideal to the young student. If the guide post is not stationary and is constantly rotating, then it will show the wrong direction. Just as the guidepost stand firm and show the direction clearly, so also the guru should stand firm, should be selfless, and should show the path to the student to follow. The guru should also promote one's own devotion of faith. Concluding, we live in a challenging world. Therefore, your love and dedication for Bal Vikas children will grow them to be a better human being and serve the community at large. Our mother, the earth, once brought us into life, and she will bring us into life 100 times more. And we will know neither fear nor suffering. She opens her arm to welcome us again. We should not stress over what we cannot control. Worrying is more exhausting than work. Laugh more, stress less. Focus on what we can do right. Wish less, work more. Focus on your goals. It eliminates distractions and helps move forward. Your focus towards the right direction leads to success and possibility. Instead of worrying, be focused. May Swami's blessing be with you all. Be safe and healthy and keep serving Swami. Om Shri Sai Ram. Wishing all fathers present on this day a very happy Father's Day. Thank you so much, and Om Shri Sai Ram.
Thank you, Uncle Dayal, for your wise words, reflecting the message, pleasing parents pleases God. We will now invite our center president, Brother Amar Lad, for the closing remarks of today's ceremonies.
I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dear Lord Bhagwan Sathya Sai Baba. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, dearest graduates, Om Shri Sai Ram. On behalf of the center, we extend a very warm welcome to each and every one of you, especially to those of you who are joining us online for the first time or after a long time. A happy Father's Day to all the amazing dads in our lives and to our Divine Father, Sathya Sai Baba. Congratulations to the class of 2020. It's been a historic year unlike any other. And even before the challenges you all overcame during this pandemic, it has been clear that you are all destined for things. Swami says, I want you to be leaders like mine. Swami says, I want you to be leaders to protect the world. Leaders like lions, self-reliant, courageous, majestic, and just. Lion is the king of animals, and I want you to be king amongst men. If there's anything I know, it's that this SSE program has prepared you for this task. All 9 of you graduates are truly leaders, and we are all inspired by your tenacity, determination, creativity, initiative, and your adherence to Swami. Congratulations to Sai Spiritual, our beloved recipient, and to Sri Vidya, our well-deserved valedictorian. Congratulations to all of our students who have moved on a participation in this award. We are so proud of all of you. Thank you to everyone who came together to bring this unique program today. Special thank you to our speakers, especially Sister Aarti, for the history, and the chair of our center, Uncle Gayathri. Many thanks to our gurus, coordinators, and media team, everyone else who has helped behind the scenes for the program, including all of our SSE friends. It has been 10 years since I graduated SSE. Time truly flies. But across everything that's happened in the past decade, it's the values and guided me along the right path and in the company of others. I can't wait to see where the coming years take all 9 of you graduates, because I know that you will all achieve great things, personally, morally, and spiritually. Finally, graduates, welcome to the YA program. The 9 of you are entering one of the most vibrant young adult programs with opportunities available in the center, nationally, all to help you grow spiritually along whatever path you love most. Be it musical, educational, environmental, philosophical, or anything else, I encourage you to stay involved with whatever you're passionate about and keep growing on your spiritual journey. I wish you all a wonderful summer. Stay engaged, and we'll see you soon. Really soon, because we have a full day program of offerings coming up on Sunday. Please see the bulletin and do that. And finally, as we close with bhajans and sloka, let us pray intensely for the welfare of the world and all of humanity. We extend our deepest sympathy and love to all of those who have lost loved ones in recent months, sadly including too many in our center family. Let us pray for Bhagwan to embrace the departed souls and provide strength and courage to all families during this most difficult time. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Jai Sai.
Thank you, Brother Amar, for your closing remarks. On behalf of the Education Wing, I'd like to thank you for your strong leadership and initiative through this interesting year.
Up next, we'll be having bhajans rendered by our SSE students. Please stay tuned and have a wonderful summer.
Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesha Deva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesha Deva. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Deva. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Deva. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesha Deva. Jai Ganesha Deva. Bhakta Udharana, Bhakta Jana Poshana. Bhakta Udharana, Bhakta Jana Poshana. संरक्षणा पाप विनाशना भक्त संरक्षणा पाप विनाशना भक्त संरक्षणा पाप विनाशना भक्त संरक्षणा ओंकारा प्रणव श्री रूपा ओंकारा प्रणव श्री रूपा ओंकारा प्रणव श्री रूपा ओंकारा प्रणव श्री रूपा पार्वती नंदना जय जगवंदना पार्वती नंदना जय जगवंदना पार्वती नंदना जय जगवंदना पार्वती नंदना जय जगवंदना जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा श्री गणेश श्री गणेश श्री गणेश देवा देवा भक्त उदारणा भक्त जन पोषणा भक्त उदारणा भक्त जन पोषणा पाप विनाशना भक्त संरक्षणा पाप विनाशना भक्त संरक्षणा ओंकारा प्रणव श्री रूपा नंदना जय जगवंदना पार्वती नंदना जय जगवंदना पार्वती नंदना जय जगवंदना पार्वती नंदना जय जगवंदना जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा
अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अरुणाचल शिव अरुण शिव अक्षयलिंगा
Hari Om Narayana. Shayana Padmanabha Narayana Shantakara Bhujanga Shayana Padmanabha Narayana Lakshmi Ramana Kamala Nayana Sai Nada Narayana Shantakara Bhujangashayana Padmanabha Narayana Lakshmi Ramana Kamal Nayana Sai Narayana
Lakshmi Ramana Kamal Nayana Sai Narayana
गौरीनाथाय विश्वनाथाय गौरीनाथाय विश्वनाथाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय गुणातीताय गुणाधाराय गुणातीताय गुणाधाराय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय काल कालाय कालातीताय काल कालाय कालातीताय कालरूपाय नमः शिवाय कालरूपाय नमः शिवाय प्रेमरूपाय पतिवासाय प्रेमरूपाय पतिवासाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय गौराय विश्वनाथाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय गुणातीताय गुणाधाराय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय काल कालाय कालातीताय कालरूपाय नमः शिवाय प्रेमरूपाय पतिवासाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय साई 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 शिवाय साईनाथाय नमः शिवाय अयोध्या विहारे श्री राम
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा दशरथ नंदन रामा सागरा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रघुकुल तिलका रामा सत्य साई श्री परम धामा रघुकुल तिलका रामा सत्य साई श्री परम धामा रघुकुल तिलका रामा सत्य साई श्री परम धामा रघुकुल तिलका सत्य साई श्री दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा अन्योदारक रामा पाप विमोचन रामा अभयोदायक रामा पाप विमोचन रामा अभयोदारक रामा पाप विमोचन रामा अभयोदारक रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परम धामा शिरडीपुरी रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परम धामा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा रघुकुल तिलका रामा सत्य साई श्री परम धामा रघुकुल तिलका रामा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा अयोधारक रामा पाप विमोचन रामा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परम धामा शिरडीपुरी रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परम धामा शिरडीपुरी रामा दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. Love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my life is my message, expansion is my life. My life is my message, expansion is my life. Reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death. Reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death. Dharma Satya Nanda, Dharma Shanti Ananda. Dharma Satya Nanda, Dharma Shanti Ahimsa. Shri Sai Sathya Sai Prema Sai Jai Jai. Shri Sai Sathya Sai Prema Sai Jai Jai. Baba Sathya Baba Prema Baba Jai Jai. Shri Baba Satya Baba Prema Baba Jai Jai. Love is my form, truth is my bread, this is my food. My life is my message, expansion is my life. No reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death. Dharma Satya Nanda, Dharma Shanti Ahimsa. Shri Sai Sathya Sai Prema Sai Jai Jai. Shri Baba Satya Baba Prema Baba Jai Jai. Love is my food, truth is my bread, bliss is my food.
शिरडी साई द्वारकमाई प्रशांति वासी साई राम। शिरडी साई द्वारकमाई प्रशांति वासी साई राम। शिरडी साई द्वारकमाई प्रशांति वासी साई राम। साई राम एक नाम सुंदर नाम। साई राम एक नाम सुंदर नाम। शिरडी साई द्वारकमाई प्रशांति वासी साई राम। शिरडी साई द्वारकमाई प्रशांति
Sai Jagannata
Love is the way, love is the only way. Love is the way, love is the only way. Love is the road, love is the golden road. Love is the road, love is the golden road. Follow the road, love is the golden road. Step by step we'll walk towards the Lord. Step by step we'll walk towards the Lord. Step by step we will reach the light. Step by step we will reach the light. Love is the way, love is the only way. Love is the road, love is the golden road. Follow the road, love is the golden road. Step by step we'll walk towards the Lord. Step by step we'll walk towards the Lord. Step by step we will reach the light. Step by step we will reach the light. Love is the way, love is the only way.
साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम साई राम हमारा 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 साई सत्य साई है नाम तुम्हारा शिरडी साई अवतारा सत्य साई है नाम तुम्हारा शिरडी साई अवतारा हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सबका पालनहारा हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सबका साई राम हमारा 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 साई साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा साई राम हमारा सबका पालनहारा साई राम हमारा साई राम हमारा
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 साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा
दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ करुणा सागर माँ करुणा सागर माँ करुणा सागर माँ करुणा सागर माँ कालिका पालिनी माँ कालिका पालिनी माँ कालिका पालिनी माँ कालिका पालिनी माँ जगदोदारिणी माँ जगदोदारिणी माँ जगदोदारिणी माँ जगदोदारिणी माँ अम्बा दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के साई माँ अम्बा दूर के साई माँ दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ करुणा सागरी माँ करुणा सागरी माँ कालिका पालिनी माँ कालिका पालिनी माँ जगदोदारिणी माँ जगदोदारिणी माँ अम्बा दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के जय जय माँ अम्बा दूर के साई माँ अम्बा दूर के साई माँ दूर के दूर के दूर के जय जय माँ
ईश्वरांबा प्रियतनया ईश्वरांबा प्रियतनया ईशाम केशा श्री साई ईशाम केशा श्री साई युगावतारा साई युगावतारा साई प्रेमावतारा साई पूर्णावरा Shri Sai Sha Yuga Avatara Sai Sha Prema Avatara Sai Sha Purna Avatara Sai Sha Ishvara Priya Kanaya
Jaya Vijayi Baba, Jaya Vijayi Baba. Jaya Vijayi Baba, Jaya Vijayi Baba. Baba Bhayanasha Hanumanta. Baba Bhayanasha